Yeah, I gotta get some damn DreamCon tickets. All right, man.
Are they gonna
Welcome.
be out this?
Huh? What happened?
Nothing. Keep going.
All right, man. Welcome back to another episode of Everyday Epiphanies podcast with Marty, Midas and Phan. We sit up here and yap about a variety of miscellaneous topics. And I know y'all probably wondering, where's Marty? Well, he's on a cruise, living life. And if y'all are actually watching the episode and not listening, we record multiple episodes in a day, so that's why we still wear the same clothes. We're not dirty. We actually take baths. Yeah, several.
Also, I just want to say, shout out to Marty out there, boot up, man,
Yep,
living life and loving life.
living his best life on the seas. And
For sure.
with today's topic, Fan gonna start us off with it.
Yeah, man. I was just gonna have us discuss, I guess, time
Okay.
as a whole, but more so how we deal with death.
Right.
Like, I guess that would be the opening question for both of us: is how do you process death?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. That's been a question that I've been asking myself for years. Because I've never been one to actually like deal with death. So like for those that still learning, still listening, podcasts and learning us, right? I don't like hospitals. I don't like going to hospitals. I don't care for graveyards much. And yeah, I don't really like death. I don't. I'm not afraid of death because I know that, everyone gotta go one of these days. But I don't like it because that's when my selfishness comes out, because I want all my people here for life.
Yeah.
So like how I deal with death, truthfully, I'm the type to how can I put this? Easy way to put it. I get mad, pissed off, angry. Which
For sure.
which is what's crazy about me is a lot of my emotions funnel directly towards anger. I don't know why. I mean, I have a reason why, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother, video. But yeah, all my emotions usually funnel towards anger. But yeah, that's usually how I deal with death. With my recent, deaths that happened, how I've been dealing with death. I talk to my pops and shit, right? And essentially, me and him, we broke it down to like, I essentially became what I wanted, what I liked the most, right? For those listening, I talk about it a lot. Vampires. I love vampires. So I essentially became an energy vampire because even though I wasn't fine, I know I'm not fine, I would use other people's energies around me to mask my appearance. So essentially, we could be having a whole conversation. You wouldn't even know that I just had two deaths back to back. Because I'm using your energy, whether you know it or not, to make myself feel good, make myself feel better, and to mask how I'm truly feeling. So there's certain things spiritually that I have to learn to control and be aware of. Because once you start, stealing people's energies and shit, it has negative effects. But yeah.
I wanted to follow up. Well, I guess let me say for me, how do I process death? I usually reflect on the life that was lost. I reflect heavily on what I think they would want me to remember.
Yeah.
Because it's really weird, man. Like me and you sitting here now, we're having this conversation. It's like this is gonna be a really odd analogy because I don't think I've ever said this out loud. But it's kind of like prepping for a test,
Okay.
and it's like, yeah, it's like how well do you know this person?
Yeah.
And the crazy part is, in this life, it's not really a wrong answer. It's just like whatever that person gave you is the version of them they wanted you to have.
Yep.
So when they're gone, you can still call on that person, at least that version of that person, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's some weird dynamic in my mind in terms of memories and how we function through life with that. Uh, but yeah, that's how I process it though. I often think of my loved ones. And I think that's why things get murky for me, because I think of people who have died the same way I think of people who are alive.
Yeah.
You know, I do think of them that often. And yeah, I recently had a conversation with my lady about this because she thinks that I guess she said duck, like I kind of like duck cementing meaningful relationships.
Mm.
Like we'll kick it, but it'll be every blue moon because I rather have less great times because it's like I already fuck with you.
Right. Yeah.
let's not make it like an everyday thing because the bigger, and this is what I use as a reference I think with Muhammad. I spoke with him and we spoke, him and Josh spoke about this often. Um, about pillars. Those people who are pillars in your life, the more often you see them and kick it with them and it's a regular thing, it's like that the analogy of a pillar, that become bigger, thicker,
Yep.
and are a base for why your life is still going or is functional at least.
Yeah.
So then when they die, it's like somebody just stripped that whole thing away, and now
Yeah.
your whole foundation is kind of ruptured.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that
Yeah,
because like
so,
essentially like how I see it, right? It's like it's like building a castle with them, right? And
yeah,
the second they go, that bitch just crumbles. It's like
yeah,
it's like you just sitting in the middle and you just watching the bitch just crumble. Or like the ending of Fresh Prince when Will walked into the living room.
literally,
Yep.
literally.
Yeah.
And that hurt. Even
Yeah.
reflecting on that, I
Yeah.
still be like, dang, that one and the one with his box, that infamous.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you don't love me, man.
Yeah. No, that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Those different. Uh, Another question I have, only because you brought it up. So what specifically is it that you don't like about graveyards and hospitals?
Death. Because I noticed what death
In
looks.
itself?
Yeah. Like, essentially, I try to keep my distance from death. It's like, because even though we don't see reapers, right? They're there. They just chilling, waiting, type shit. So it's just like, I know you motherfuckers out here, but I'd rather not be around you niggas. It's like going to a party and you know that, certain people gonna be there and you just rather not be there. Type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense to me. I was gonna say about hospitals in particular. I don't know, bro. And I also said this yesterday, I think, ironically.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like death been on my ass, and I'm thankful I'm still here. But like, I don't know, something about hospitals where you get to see so many people where like in the next moment they might not be there. Like you don't even know who they are. But as a human being, knowing that there is a lot of suffering in this place.
Yeah.
Not only that, but it's like, I don't know. It's something about the human psyche for both soldiers and medics alike, where you become desensitized to death.
Yeah.
You know, and I wonder sometimes, is that where humans were supposed to go?
Right.
Because I mean, You know what I mean? Because like if we was living in a time where we didn't have to just go up the street to a grocery store and buy our food, you would have had to kill some shit
Yep.
regularly to
Mm-hmm.
survive. So
Yeah. And another
yeah,
another reason why
no, go ahead.
I don't like hospitals is because of vulnerability. I don't like to be vulnerable.
What do you mean by that? Hmm.
Uh,
Why?
Emotionally, I don't. Cause even though I didn't grow up being like the oh you can't show your emotions. Like my mom and my pops, they were never like that. But me, it probably has to do with my anger, right? Because I don't like to show my emotions because I know what my emotions lead to, what they funnel to. So therefore, I don't like to show them. And it's like once you step in those places, it's like it literally strips everything from you, and you are just the soul. Because that is where the most vulnerable is. Because it you see people, essentially you see people at their lowest. The strongest person you know is now at their lowest, bro. Yep. So essentially,
Heavy, man.
vulnerability, really, I would say.
Yeah, I'm thinking about this because I'm like, I remember, because I've been in the hospital a few times, but it was one time like I remember I came to after they had to put me under for some surgery,
Yeah.
and I remember my mom looking at me sad. I'm like, I'm still here. Why you sad? She's like, just similar to what you saying. It was just the sight, I guess.
Yeah.
The reality check that yeah, this could be it, or it
Mm-hmm.
could have been it. And I don't know, bro. It's weird because I think I think it takes, and it's again, I've never said it like this, but like it takes the vulnerability to be able to have the reality check that you're not here forever.
Yeah.
Like I've been having, how I know in a lot of places this is abuse. I'm not saying that this ever happened to me, but you know how some some parents be like thumping,
Yeah.
they be yeah, like it. I feel like life been like thumping me
Yeah.
and just like, hey, wake up, like you got hopefully all this life to live. Because like me compared to a grandmother or a grandfather who both, if not all, on both sides of my family are have reached 80 plus. That's a lot of life
Yeah.
compared to where I'm at now.
Mm-hmm.
So if I get to see that, it's kind of like it's really like a tight nut, bro. Like leisurely living is cool after you've accomplished some shit.
Yeah.
So now, like I said, when I reflect on the people who I've lost, some of them, and I'm sure the same for you, we was homies in high school
Yeah.
and they ain't make it out.
Yep.
So that's a weirder concept to know that I'm outliving someone who may have been born at the same time as
Yeah.
me. Yeah, man.
But and man, speaking on that, bro, like
Yeah.
that's a wild because like rest in peace my boy Dex, right? So he was just go out there, he was one of the vice lords. And he was into it with some of the kings and shit. And so I was just kicking it with him, whatever, right? And I ended up like because he stayed over like in somewhere in Harvey and shit. So took the bus with him or whatever, just kick with him and shit. And he was telling me about the shorty he was finna go smash or whatnot. So you know how we are, man. We dabbing each other up, you laughing and joking and shit, whatnot, right? So essentially, I say my goodbyes and shit, walk off and shit. You say what's up. I'm like, and I told him like, hey, man, be cool, bro. I'ma holler at you, nigga. Oh, bro, when I say I wasn't even like maybe like 4 blocks away, nigga, right after I left, bro. Kings pulled up. And it was what's so fucking crazy is like when they told me that Shorty had peeped it and didn't even say nothing. Didn't even say nothing.
But even now, and it's not my place to say, but people processed it. My homie just sent me something. It was a meme. But the meme was when I realized my homie won't be able to help me out in combat. And it was like it was like the way they handed them it was like a bottle of soda. You know, sometimes it be in the glass. And it's a twist top, but he was like struggling and shit.
Right.
And Buddy was looking at him like but no, the point is though, you know, some people just really don't like. I know more people than I like to admit when things get really difficult, bro, they just shut down.
Yeah.
Like they might not say nothing at all for a minute, or they pretend like it never happened.
Yeah.
Which is even weirder for you, the person who'd be like hyper focused on it. Like, how are you not like? Where's the emotion? You don't care? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know? But yeah, man. Time.
Yeah, it's crazy because like, just a side note on it, I'm not gonna get deep into the shit, but I also feel like that's also like dealing with me being a Libra too, because one, we are emotional, and we do gotta balance our emotions and shit. Quote, you know, the scale and shit, but yeah, we do gotta balance our emotions and shit. But yeah, this shit's tough, bro. Tough as hell.
I'm gonna ask this question again, but what emotions are you most comfortable with, as well as what emotions are you least?
I'm most comfortable with anger because, sadly enough, that's most of what I use the most. What I'm uncomfortable with is crying. Like, truthfully, you probably won't ever see me cry in front of y'all. I'll walk off before I cry in front of y'all. I think the only person I cry in front of is my auntie, my mama, and my pops. But other than that, nah, I won't do it. And even then, I try to hold the shit in as much as I can until, you know, floodgates just bust open.
Floodgates.
Yeah.
For sure. I wrote something down because earlier you was like, you said something along the lines of like you're more prone to get angry than you are to get sad.
Yeah.
And the way that I describe it to people is like I feel like sadness happened when I was younger,
and
after being disappointed or betrayed or experiencing so many things. Now that sadness is like way over here, but the anger is like a thick ass coat. If we can just chip away at that, then maybe we can get to the sadness and maybe some actual healing can get done. But like until then, like I remember there was a time I was venting to my mom about the perspective of life for me, from me. And I was getting some stuff off. And like I was still heated, and it wasn't at her, I was just in general.
Yeah, in general, yeah.
Like by the end of that, I remember I was talking my shit. And I think I was crying, but it wasn't like I was. The sadness was in there, but it was like just the realization. Like
it was one of those relief cries.
I don't even know. I don't know. It was just the realization of life, bro. You know how Marty be saying, like, he said, "Bro, we gotta go to work every day."
Yeah, bro.
It's the realization, and it's not like. It's not even saying that it's hard. It's just like, bro, this is what we gotta do.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And just to add one extra thing too, like, cause I know on this podcast, people that's listening, I ain't talked about my dreams, right? But one of the dreams I haven't talked about on the podcast, I'll talk to you and Marty about it. So for those that's listening, right? We all know how spiritual and shit I am. So I've been prone to have this is how funny life is, right? Because I hate death and I don't like dealing with death, right? I'm prone to have what I call death dreams, right? So essentially, if we are connected, and or if I'm connected with someone that knows said person, 9 times out of 10, at least a week before said person's death, there may be a chance I dream it. And sadly enough, I have to watch said person die. Even though normally in my dream it's not the person in my dream that dies is going to actually die. It's usually the environment of where it's going to happen. So essentially, I can see where a person will die, but I won't see who it is. Life got fucking jokes, I'll tell you that.
No, they do, and I can't wait for the science to catch up to whatever that is, because there's a girl that I work with who's able to do similar things. Like, just for people who are, I would like to put it as energy sensitive, or
yeah,
because it would be spirit sensitive without the science would say energy sensitive. But yeah, I can't wait for them to catch up on that and be able to help people improve the ability to do that. Like, that's for sure a thing. I think I had already asked you what emotions you're most comfortable with. I'm most comfortable with, I think, same as you. Nah.
No.
It's between anger and like, is loneliness an emotion?
You can feel it.
So I feel like it's a feeling. It's a feeling.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's an emotion.
I don't think it's an emotion. Yeah, no, it's definitely a feeling. For sure.
Would disappointment be an emotion? Or is that also a feeling?
That's a feeling.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I'll just couple anger and sadness together. I am used to feeling those. What I'm not used to feeling is joy.
Yeah.
That's odd to me. Be damn near ashamed of that shit. and that's embedded from high school, bro.
Right.
Or even before that.
Yeah.
You get to laugh a little too hard, somebody coming at you. Fuck you laughing.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But no, that's the thing. And also it's like you get really happy, and that's when life gets smacking that ass.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, thought you was comfy.
For real, man.
I got something for you. Just be winding it up in the background. Like smite somebody, something.
Yeah, life be rubbing the white powder on his hands, boy. Like, yeah.
Like you cut, G.
For real. Oh, shoot.
All that respect.
Crazy, man.
Nah, definitely all of that. Yeah. One more thing. It ain't got nothing to do with this. Yes, it does. Another homie, Mike, he sent me a video talking about the different forms of motivation. And he was like, guys listen to videos like, I'll never be enough. Like, I have to earn my spot in this world. And then what did he say? He was like, dude was like working out, doing like curls or whatever, and he was barely able to lift it. He's like, what is this? He's like, am I the weakest in my bloodline? Am my family birth a loser? And then they flipped to a girl, and the girl's motivation was like, I don't chase, I attract. He was like, I am everything. Like, life is me.
Right.
It was just the night and day thing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of that. I don't want to be.
So I listened to that damn Vegeta speech.
bro. Exactly, exactly. That's hard,
Yeah, for real.
but damn, man. Now time. I do feel like that damn Space Jam song, bro. I do feel like time keeps slipping.
Yeah.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
They do. And I feel like I've had this very jarring experience of my frontal lobe just being formed, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, yo, this is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of whack, but it's great,
Yeah.
bro. Once you lose, and I don't know if this is true for everybody, but I feel like once you lose that one key person,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like you clock. This again, I don't know what's up. It's almost like you finally clocked in for work,
Yep.
but now it's life. Don't
Mm-hmm.
none of this shit matter. It's all business,
Yeah.
and you be looking at shit like either this is logical or it's not logical. Why the fuck are we doing this? Like it really do be like that
Yep.
until it's time for you to punch out because your favorite person ain't there no more.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Tough.
Tough, bro.
That's tough. Fuck.
Yeah.
I had to talk to a homie, man. I was like, and when I was done talking to him, I'm like, damn, I should take my own advice. So I
Mm-hmm.
told his ass, I'm like, hey man, like what's your ideal house look like? And he, got all cheery and shit.
Yeah.
It was like, then I'm like, yeah, see, you just gotta think about like shit that you want out of this life, bro. What do you desire? If you just, there's so much to have, so many different ways to live. Like you get caught up on the person that's gone, and I don't know, shit get dark real quick.
Yeah. What's crazy is so like after mine, right? M's album dropped. I want to say like either the next day or the like 2 days after, right?
Okay.
I can no longer. It's the song he got on there with what is it? It's called Temporary with Skylar Grey. I
Yeah.
can't listen to that song. The song is embedded. I can't listen to it. If I listen to M's album, I skip that song.
Music is interesting like that.
Yep.
And I say music is interesting like that because there was an album that came out when I lost somebody, and I can't listen to that album because the whole thing just reminds me of that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man. And it's not even like it was a great album. Same for you. I'm sure you think it was a great song, but it's just like, nope.
Yep.
Now it's in a link. I'm cool.
Yeah. Cause
don't.
what's so crazy? What's so crazy is like, so, like I was doing my whole, essentially macho man shit. Like I had already cried. I was like, whatever. Fuck it. I went to work that same night, bro. That same night. Fuck it, bro. Listen to M album. I'm doing my macho man shit. Like just holding everything in. At this point, it was like I was just holding up the world, bro. Nigga, the second Skylar started singing, it was like,
Yeah.
I get you not, bro. It was like somebody took a sledgehammer. It was like, while I was holding the world, bro, just dropped that shit on me, bro. Like, that's exactly how that shit felt, bro. That so-called armor I had on, bro, all that shit just broke instantly. Instantaneous, bro. Like that shit was made out of paper mache this whole time.
I'm trying to. I'm gonna say this. I don't know if I'm gonna live this, but I do want to eventually get to the point where um, I'm surrounded by people that I mess with on that level. You know what I mean? Like, shit, it's gonna be hard, bro. And I only say that because it's like I'll be having those weird moments, man. Even now, like a lot less because I don't see her nearly as often. But whenever I look at my mother, bro, I'll be like, damn, like this shit gonna end eventually.
Yep, that's how I be feeling.
And honestly, the same for you, for Marty, for John. Like whenever I am able to actually see y'all, I'm like, damn, I'm glad y'all still exist, bro. 'Cause
Yeah.
no, but for real, because like we said earlier, people died sooner,
Yeah.
and y'all are still here. Y'all, and it's not like it's even up to you. Because every day I go outside, I keep saying it. People can't drive.
Yeah.
People can't drive. People wake up that day and say they gonna shoot up whatever. Like it ain't up to you.
Right.
It's just not.
Bro.
It's not. You might be a skinny fat dude, and that might be your last bag of chips, bro.
Man.
You might not even have known your sodium levels was high as hell.
Yep.
Kick the bucket, fuck it, bro.
Yeah.
What you finna say?
Oh no, I was gonna say, man, like how I know, like this shit is the universe is going left, nigga. Is bro, like everything that had happened to our group is crazy within 1 year, bro. Within 1 year,
Yes.
and this is how I know it was starting to go bad, bro. When, cause even though we be like, "Hey man, holla at y'all," blah blah blah, bro. I know it got bad when niggas started saying, "I love you, G," before they left the party. Bro, cause even though we know that we love each other, bro, we never say it. But as soon as niggas started saying it, bro, I'm like, this shit going left, bro. I knew it instantly, bro. The second niggas started leaving the party, like, man, I love y'all, G. I'm like, bro, this shit finna go left.
I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was me. It was up in the air between me, Josh, or Chris. We started hitting that at the end, and I ain't gonna lie, I thought the same thing. I'm like, yeah, we all roughing it right now. Sure.
Yeah, because I mean, usually Josh said, like when he be off the yak and shit. But yeah, no, when niggas just started saying that shit regularly, bro, I'm like, yeah.
But even then, even if he was, I still felt like
he was saying it from the heart.
Yeah, but and it's more like how the song was for you is what the yard was for him.
Yeah.
You know, like it kind of take that for him to let go of the world for a bit and just say it.
Yeah.
So nah, I agree. And I'm finna message these dudes, tell them hop on the Discord for at least 10 minutes, man.
Yeah.
Give me 10 minutes of damn.
Got to, man.
But yeah. I don't know, bro. I have so much more I want to say, but like I don't have it.
Yeah.
And I guess the message for anybody that's watching is like, I guess don't get lost in trying not to feel. I feel like feeling is the superpower, man.
Yep.
It's supposed to be. It's a influx, a flow of knowledge from one person to you. And honest to God, I feel like it's the cheat code to life. I feel like the more people that you are able to actually bond with like that, you're supposed to be able to gain more knowledge faster, you know?
Yeah.
But you have to be open to it though, because if not, if you're closed off and you're harboring more of what we both said we're already comfortable with,
yeah,
this is gonna block off more info. Because eventually you're gonna be like, "Fuck you talking to me?" You know, it doesn't breed well. It's not good soil to reap any type of crops, bro. You're just gonna be bare wasteland, angry nigga. Get off.
Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah.
Man, for those, another thing too I want to add to, another thing that contributes, because I talked to my pops about this too. The first time I ever got my heart broke, that shit fucking hurt like hell. I would rather break my wrist 2 more goddamn times than deal with that shit. Like, for real, bro. I was talking to my pops about that. I was like, you know, now I'm actually thinking about it, that's really what it is. Like, that's the core of it. It's the pain. Like,
yeah.
From heartbreak to sadness, whatever, losing someone, it doesn't matter. It's the pain. Even though heartbreak is a lot more painful than like losing someone, because you literally feel your heartstrings pull, bro.
Yeah.
That shit fucking hurts like hell.
Well, I don't know where we're at in this pod, but you just opened up a whole nother can of worms for me.
Like,
because
32 minutes.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
You opened up a whole nother can of worms in terms of heartbreak, just off the strength of like, dude. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Heartbreak never tickles. One, obviously, but it's just like you can have your heart broken different ways, and you kind of like take it on the chin, bro. Like, I think we spoke briefly in a pod before about being let down or something not going your way.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. It's something about when you have your hopes high, or you really banking on the thing to work and it don't. Like, that could be a heartbreak. And I only know it's a heartbreak, and sometimes I even have to check myself because I didn't realize how much I was expecting the thing to work.
Yeah.
Because when, like you said, you're breathing different. Like, you could feel it. Like that weight. It's like a weight right here. You like feel like Obito or something. Like,
yeah.
No. But no, for real. It's like that. But what I will say, as absolutely stupid as it feels, each time I attempt to actually fall in love, it feels goofy. And it feels goofy because I know, like we were saying about making friends and hanging out, it's still the potentiality of this not working. The same way with making friends, it's the guarantee this person is going to die. You know, it's like those, and dealing with it, it sucks, bro. I don't know. And it never gets better. That's the crazy part. Because the new version of you knows more, you have more wisdom. So now you're just looking at this from a whole new perspective. So it actually hurts worse than the last. And you didn't even think that was possible.
Yep.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, bro. Shit.
I don't even know what to say to the people at this point. I want to say something like very uplifting to y'all, but I don't have it. I think it's endure. That's the thing. That's that part that always be in the movies that be like,
yeah,
you didn't count on this part of the human brain. It's spirit. Right. The fact that we always endure and always overcome. Like, yeah, for sure. But like, in the meanwhile, you get your ass kicked, and you be like, God.
Boy, life hitting you with multiple black flashes, boy.
No, literally. Man, I will say this for the people though. One of my more recent quotes that I heard that I really like is, whenever, let me look at it. I hope I wrote it down. Yeah, it says when your enemies are asking, where is your God is asking, where is your praise? And I think that's pretty hard. That means while you suffering and over here worried about the worst and ready to complain and thinking it's over. Yeah. The idea of a God just in your face like, get your who created you? You better like Lock in. This ain't nothing but a lesson. Think it yet. Ah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got another one, and I'm gonna shut up. One more. Now I've said this before, but I love this quote. It says, it says the gods envious. They envious because we're mortal. Because any moment may be our last. Everything is more beautiful because we're doomed. You will never be lovelier than you are now. We will never be here again.
Yeah.
That shit hard to me because it's whenever you read it, right now, literally right now, will never happen again. And I know that's like no shit, but again, this is just one of those things people are so ungrateful they take now for granted.
Yeah. It is,
bro.
Before we close this out, right? I just want to say, like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of envious of like all the ignorant people in the world because, right? I don't know if too many people know, but the saying goes, right? We live multiple lives, which we know, right?
Yeah.
But each life we live, we get wiser and wiser to the point where we're gonna become wise enough where it's essentially our last reincarnation. Like, that's crazy. 'Cause that means all the ignorant people, bro, they're gonna be here kicking it again with motherfuckers. And you never know, man. You probably on your last reincarnation, bro.
I'm enjoying this lifetime so far.
Yep.
Like I think I finally am reaching that point. At one point, it was like, yo, this shit heavy, but I think I'm finally. There's a thing that y'all might see from time to time on social media is just promoting this like I think it's like a mentality app, and they'll show like day one, and it's like a dude pushing a square on flat land,
I think I've seen that.
and then it's like it's like day two is kind of slanted down, but it's still a square, so it's a little harder.
Yeah.
And then like fast forward to like a year, and it's like a ball, and he like kicked that hole going straight out. But yeah, like it's like that. Like I think I'm getting used to the weight. At least I'm handling like what would have been catastrophic events to younger me.
Yeah.
I'm handling that a lot better. I'm kind of running towards the bullshit so I can be better prepared now.
Right.
You know, on my terms. You know, so yeah, man. There's gonna be a part two to this.
Yeah.
I want us to revisit this again when Marty's present, and I have ungodly amount of caffeine in me because I want to be able to like really get into this.
Yeah.
Because there's more to this.
Right. I see it. I feel that. All right. Well, with that being said, man, that's been today's episode of Everyday Epiphanies podcast, where we sit up here and yap about a variety of miscellaneous topics with Marty, Midas and Phan. Yeah, like I said, man, in the last video, make sure y'all put "living life" in the comments because, man, with this episode, man, essentially what you gotta do, man, you gotta live life. You see our boy Marty out there on the seas.
He doing it.
For real, man. Look at that shit, man. Like I said, this could be your last reincarnation, my nigga. Live it.
Like,
just don't go buy that Ferrari because you might not have Ferrari money. So if you're gonna live it wise. You know, like, man. But that being said, man,
that might be the next spot. That might be the next spot. We might talk about living within your means.
Yeah.
You gotta upgrade before you can up your means.
For real,
wow.
man. Yep. That being said, man, we're gonna holler at y'all, man. We out.